Hello, everyone. This is Daily Philosopher here, and today I'm going to talk about struggle. All right. So, I think struggle is highly related to our moment to moment experience, and I'm specifically referring to the Buddhist idea of suffering as well as unsatisfactoriness. But I just call it struggle because it's more related to my personal experience. So, we do have a struggle or a struggle core struggle center, you might call, as I have been referring to it as my center of struggle. So, this center of struggle is always there. When you meditate, it's there. And when you're not doing particularly anything, well, when you're doing nothing, in other words, it's still there. Like you can feel it's almost like a hall, or sometimes it feels like a wall, right? Like you just feel you are blocked by this wall. It's the center of friction or the center of suffering or center of struggle. I call this struggle because we don't actively feel it's like suffering, right? Like we are suffering in every moment. We don't even feel there is satisfactoriness every single moment. It's almost like it's more a constant struggle to go somewhere while going nowhere, right? So, for example, when I meditate, I can feel, well, the struggle center is there. It's almost like a part of me wants to do this and that instead of meditating. So a way to define it is that your struggle center always strives to do something else that is not what you're doing, right? So that's how you are not being content. Another thing that we can notice we're doing is that we actively want to sort of like run away from the struggle center, right? So that is to say, we are not only aware, or most of the time, we probably are not aware of the suffering center or struggle center, but we do a lot of things in order to stay away from looking at the struggle center or feeling the struggle center directly. And sometimes we can do it, sometimes we don't get to succeed at doing it. So, for example, you watch TV, you browse the internet, use your smartphone, right? Scroll through websites, so on and so forth, or apps, and it's a way of not looking at that struggle center. You can really feel it because it's almost like you never get to successfully escape from it, right? But you can manipulate your moment so that you become immersed or so distracted in something, watching TV or having sex, and you just momentarily forget about your struggle center, which is always there. So it seems as if at that specific moment you succeed at, just like making the struggle sort of like disappear. So that's why a lot of people like to do things like using their smartphone to check out something fresh, or simply have sex. So because that's a powerful way, like a gateway through which you can sort of like get away from your struggle center or the constant feeling of struggle for a while, but you just cannot perfectly do it, right? Like after this particular activity ends, you still have to once again face the struggle. And a lot of people, especially when you don't do meditation and to train yourself to be more aware of the struggle, you tend to just externalize the struggle, right? So that would be a huge problem because now the struggle is not here, it's out there, right? But actually, what the outside world can do is only to intensify your struggle. For example, you may think the guy who cut you off on the highway this morning is the source of is the one who is responsible for your struggle or your the annoyingness you are actively feeling, but actually the struggle is already there, right? And the what the guy did was to basically intensify it or to amplify it, so it became louder. But the guy couldn't amplify something that wasn't there in the first place. So that's the problem. Yeah, I think I'll dive deeper into this, and I just record these thoughts here. And if you find this sort of like sharing interesting, you can press the like button to or leave some comments in the comment section, and we can discuss further about this. I'm now extending my meditation session from basically 60 minutes to 90 minutes a day. But if I'm on a business trip or I'm on vacation, sometimes I do only 30 minutes. But on regular days, I try to do 90 minutes because I gradually can see the value of doing that. And yeah, I hope I can be on this journey with you. All right, so I'll see you in the next episode.